Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-October 2021 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This will not resonate with every Aries that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. If this reading is not for you at all, Aries, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in Aries. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Aries and cross watchers that energy is fluid. This simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You are more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the most. Okay, Aries, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using the sound bowl to clear the energy. If you are listening to this using headphones, I do suggest turning it down a little bit. I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this going. Very nice. Okay, Aries, interestingly enough, I kept on hearing out of the blue, okay? So I don't know if you've met someone out of the blue, someone's coming out of the cuts out of the blue to message you, you didn't expect something to happen, or this is what's gonna kind of surprise you in the month. You could be wearing blue, I don't know. But let's go ahead and see what that's all about. It could just be a small message for someone out there. But let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say about your love life mid to end October. So tell me about this, Spirit. Tell me about what's going on with my beautiful Aries in the month of October. Ooh, Cancer had this card. Free yourself. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. You could have Cancer in your chart. If so, check out the Cancer reading to see if there's messages for you there. And forgiving and learning. Wow, okay. So we just came out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the after shadow of Mercury retrograde until the beginning of November. Clearly, Aries, this is someone from your past. And out of the blue, this happens. I feel this is someone that you felt played you felt really like angered by, or like, how dare they kind of energy I'm getting. But Aries, I feel this person is going to be begging for a second chance, or begging for an opportunity with you, wanting you to forgive them, trying to persuade you to get back into terms with them, to hold on to them. They'll make it up, they'll change. The ultimate message here is free yourself, okay? I feel they had a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances, and even Aries, you've accepted them back into your life before. It didn't work. Will it ever work? Right? And Aries, this person, more so than Cancer's reading, like, they're really clinging to dear life to you, Aries. And maybe a part of them felt guilty for something, and the only way they can appease this guilt or shame or whatever is by holding on to this with you and by proving that it works with you. Then it really wasn't as bad as how they feel. I don't know, Aries, there's something here that I want your forgiveness for. I don't know if it's as simple as ghosting, or if it's more intricate as lying, sneaking. I don't know, but the second they felt you pulled away, they went after to catch it. But Aries, yeah, free yourself is the ultimate thing. And ultimately, you may be freeing yourself from a connection you tried to hold on to for so long. You hope to put work into for so long. It's just time to go, honestly. And I feel with this too, like, it's bringing up a bunch of, yeah, I can feel it in my heart already. Yeah, a lot of you, I don't know if you watched the last Aries reading. If not, check it out. Just not the spirit messages ones, but before that, I feel it's similar energy, and like maybe someone from even the beginning of October is still going through this at the end of October. And some of you have been wondering if you should hold on to this. Even some of you may be thinking of, you know, the last conversation you had, maybe you made the wrong choice by rejecting them, by telling them I'm not into it anymore. And some of you have been wondering if you should reach out again. I don't think you should. And Spirit doesn't think you should either. You know, it just feels, even like Cancers felt karmic, this feels very heavily karmic. And it feels like it's been going on for a long ass time, years even for some of you. How much longer does this need to go on for? And know, Aries, that freeing yourself, even if you may feel like you wish things could have happened differently, you wish you could have done more, they could have done more, whatever the case is, right? Like, there's no guilt or shame in doing what's right for you, even if it makes someone else feel really upset. If only I could have this chance, if only I didn't screw up. Like, I feel this person, Aries, is the type of person to guilt trip you, is the person to make you feel really bad for them, so you give them another chance. But again, like, it just doesn't seem it ever changes. And that's something to keep in mind of. And even for some of you, it could be that this has been going on for years, but you haven't heard this person or from this person in months. And then out of the blue, like I was kind of feeling with that sound bowl, they reach out to you and you're a bit like taken aback. You've been thrown like, what is that called? Like a ball outfield or whatever? Or like, what is that saying? It's like kind of a curveball that was thrown at you that you weren't ready for, you weren't expecting, but maybe Spirit is bringing this person in so you can finally close or tie up all those loose ends. Anyway, let's see what the tarot has to say. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You could have air in your chart. You could be dealing with an air sign. Does not have to be the case, but you're getting clarity off of something, Aries, that, you know, yeah, they did care all along. Or yeah, they do want you back, or that they do miss you. But I think the clarity is all you needed to hear. I don't know if this is someone that you'd be really happy with returning, especially for yourself as the dead center of all this, right? But definitely a conversation is going to happen that I don't think you expected to hear from this person. Yeah. Yeah, I am not surprised. Spirit's giving you a word of encouragement here, Aries, but let's get on with this. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Air energy, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Yeah, you know, up until now, Aries, they've been watching you. They've always kept their eye on you. They've always been observing your social media. They've been always asking about you if you don't have social media, about your family member, friends, co-workers even. Like, they have always been strategizing, planning when to come back into your life. And for some reason, whatever reason that is, now is that time, now is that opportunity, or it just recently happened, right? They were waiting for the right time, for whatever that means for you guys. And they've been wanting to talk to you since you guys last spoken, but pride, ego, whatever, shame or guilt has prevented them from opening this line of communication with you. But even so, like, I think just them returning gives you enough clarity about what this is. I don't even think they're going to reveal everything that really has been on their mind about you. But with the Page of Swords, for me as a reader, it's someone who's been learning about something. And maybe during this time apart, Aries, where you were devastated when they first left or pulled away, or when you backed off, like it was really hard to walk away. But during this time of separation, you've learned a lot about yourself, about maybe your perspective on love or how you were approaching love. And I think you guys have been starting to learn new techniques, new ways of attracting certain people, certain discernment skills about, you know, you could pick up right away if someone's going to be down with you and who's not going to be, you know. And I think you've learned a lot from this time apart from one another. But most definitely, Aries, they've been watching you ever since, okay? Ever since you stopped talking, pulled back, broke up, separated, whatever. And they never had the plan of fully letting you go. That's the thing. That was never on their schedule. That was never in their criteria. But it has to be if that's what you want. Let's get into this. So, crossing this is the Ace of Swords. air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, I feel this is the conversation that happens out of the blue. They text you, they hit you up, and you're like, oh my God, they reached out. And why it's so shocking, especially with the Seven of Pentacles I'll go over, you waited so long for them to reach out. You waited so long for a period before you got into this Page of Swords. You were hoping they'd say something. You were hoping they would do the right thing by talking it out with you instead of leaving you in the dark. But they didn't. And so, like, I feel even within those months, like, you had to just come to terms with, okay, it's over, it's done. I'm never going to hear it from them. That's fine. And then here's that left ball. Or whatever it's called. I don't know why I can't put the right term to it. Correct me in the comment section. Maybe curveball. But yeah. And then now they want to talk. Now they want to clear things up. And if they've been watching your social media, maybe because now they see you're posting a lot more. You're dressing yourself up. You're looking good in your selfies and the pictures you post. And now they feel now's the time. Now that you've grown up, now's the time. Others of you, you know, I still feel for with this person. And if especially if this has just only recently happened, like this already has happened to you, it's like they left you with more questions than answers. And that's what you're so done with, Aries, honestly. You're so done with the uncertainties, the doubts, the not knowing what their motives are, having to guess their intentions. Like, you want clarity, damn it. I'm sorry, I'm putting on your frustration. And if they can't be real with you, if they can't talk it out with you, if they're not willing to give you that respect, just move on. Free it. Done. Deuces. Right? My little Aries dogs just came in the room. What's crowning this is the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So, yeah, what I feel with this is that you have been healing from this person. Truly. You've been even like wanting to remain single for a bit because this person hurt you so much. You were just like, you know what, like, let me just be single, let me heal before I get back out on the market again, back out on the field. And also you see that this person, like, they weren't, maybe they were watching your Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, but they weren't interacting with you. They weren't talking to you. They weren't liking your pictures, but they were watching your moves, huh? And, yeah, it's just like what you know from the situations that you haven't heard from this person in a very long time. And then the Hermit comes out of the shell. You know, and maybe with this forgiving and learning, just as you were learning a lot about yourself, maybe they had to come to terms with behaviors or the things they did to you, Aries, that they were a bit embarrassed by, ashamed of, and maybe they learned something from it. But, you know, even so, like, I feel this person just always wanted to do their own thing. Sorry, my dogs were getting a little excited. Had to calm them down a bit. But even so, Aries, I feel like when they come back, they're going to try to explain why they didn't reach out, why they didn't talk to you, why they weren't there for you. Maybe even for some of you, it's like that energy, why they pulled back, why they were afraid. But it still doesn't, like, all these whys, right? But it still doesn't make sense. It still doesn't clarify why you did this to me at all, right? You know, I don't want to say this, but I kind of do, so I'll say it. You kind of view this person a bit cowardly. Or like, you know, they just, for the life of them, can't be honest and open and willing to move outside of themselves, to get out of certain patterns, out of certain behaviors. They're always going to be stuck in their own vibration, in their own loner tendencies, wanting to be single. And that's fine with you, Aries, now at this point. But honestly, it's like, thank you for coming out, reaching back to me. But I'm cool. I'm cool now. I don't need you anymore. I don't need the answers why. Sure, it kind of certifies what I've always been feeling about this, but I'm grown now. I'm a different person. What's reading this is the Queen of Swords. Libra energy. Yeah, I mean, Aries, you have boundaries with this person. You kind of see through this person clearly, not just from, the instances they've had done to you in the past, but because now who you are, how you're different than who you were before, which maybe you were more of the Queen of Cups that was kind, considering, loving, the Queen of Wands who is more excited, passionate, optimistic, or even the Queen of Pentacles who is willing to give. And again, this is just energy. This has nothing to do with gender or sex, right? You just want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And anyone that is going to try to come in, step up, and give you otherwise, they're going to be in for a rude awakening here. You're going to cut them. You're going to just be 100% a different person. They may even try to be like, whoa, you've changed. Or maybe they've said that before when you really set in your boundaries. Yeah, I have. Welcome to the new me. Here it is. I don't know why I'm picking this up with the Queen of Swords, but I feel like someone is thinking about getting a new tattoo, got a new tattoo, or is like a tattoo artist, or lives by like a tattoo parlor, is tatted up. Not for everyone. You'll know if it's for you. But yeah, I also feel Aries, they know what they're coming into, that if they are stepping up, you're not going to be receptive. You're not going to be sweet, kind, caring. You are going to be a bit assertive. As you should be. As you should be. And maybe even so, Aries, this is pushing you to finally cut this with the Queen of Swords energy, to see it as it is, without the optimism, without the words they tell you that they've told you so many times, just seeing it very, very clearly and sticking to the facts. In the recent past, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This was the waiting. And I think you guys were both waiting, but in different ways. Some of you, you were waiting on them to reach out, for them to give you clarity, for them to not leave you hanging the way they did. They were waiting for the right opportunity, the right time to come back in. Because they know when they left you, it was harsh, it was quick, it was unexpected, it was hurtful. So they knew they had to let time pass, to let it breathe a bit before they could come in. This is what they thought, whether that's the truth or not, right? Someone's favorite part of the body is the ass, I gotta say. You may have an amazing one, they may have one, but it was definitely a thing, okay? And they still think about that ass. I don't know who that's for. But anyway, all jokes aside. So, Seven of Pentacles, yeah, it was just, I feel you decided to put an end to this waiting, this yearning, this wanting. I think realistically, you guys looked at the situation as, they have my number. They can reach out to me. Why am I the only one waiting to see if anything happens from this, wanting anything to happen from this? I see what I've grown from this, with the seeds I buried in this connection, or what has come about thus far, and I'm not happy with it. Is it realistic to think that there's going to be any sort of change that is going to make me feel valued, that's going to make me feel like it's ever going to change? I feel with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you realized after all this time, after all this waiting, it's never going to change, no matter what you do, no matter what you say. And despite what you guys have experienced together. What you need to know about this, Aries, is the Eight of Cups, Pisces energy. For some of you, whether you walked away, they walked away, someone did here, okay? And that was I feel the last straw, and it should end where that was. And if, in this imagery, you see this person in the background kind of re-entering this room where two people are kind of getting it on, or starting to get in the foreplay here. It's again, whether you started to date again, whether you started to just post more on social media and you're looking good, there's a reason they're coming back, but it feels more out of ego, it feels more out of pride. Or even proving to themselves that they're right, that you still care. But honestly, Aries, it's time to leave this behind. It's time to free yourself. I don't even think emotionally you feel the same way anymore if you're to really sit with yourself and to think about it. Like, it's just not the same as it once was. And that's okay. To accept that. To not give this person another chance. To just let it leave where it was. And honestly, what you need to know about this too, honestly, free yourself before they leave you again. That's how I feel about this, is that it would only be a matter of time before, you know, they get in their feelings, they get insecure, or, you know, there's someone else that looks really good to them and they take on that opportunity and leave you in the dark again. Let this karmic cycle end, this karmic connection. And, you know, you left me for a reason. For some of you, that was left behind. I can't forgive that. I can't forgive it. I can't forgive it anymore. Wow. Okay, Aries, to see the likely outcome from this situation, what's likely to happen, unfold, what do you need to know about this for your further clarity and understanding? If they do come back, what should you do? We'll take it to Vimeo for the extended reading, but before we go, I will pull a card from this deck here. And I'm going to see if there's anything else you need to know about this connection, anything else you need to know about what they think about you, how they're going to pursue this, anything else that may add or, show affection. I am not available. Yeah, you know, with show affection here, that's what they never did. Was that showed you that they cared, showed you that they had feelings, showed you what you needed to feel to be secure in this. To feel good about yourself, to feel good about this connection. And now all of a sudden, now that you healed, now that you took the time to undergo this dark night of the soul because of this person, to have this transformation, and now to finally come back out of your shell, now that they see you doing well, they want to give you what they didn't give you before. This forgiving and learning. You know, it just feels like now they see you doing so well, they want to come back. And show you, you know, through their small words. I don't think this would last. But through their small words, mannerisms, to keep you still engaged in this. But honestly, they're not available, Aries. And I don't think they will be. They're not willing to open up. They're not willing to trust. They're not willing to accept your love. And emotionally, clearly they're unavailable. Especially with the Eight of Cups. They can't show you what they can't have. Or what they don't have for themselves. Honestly, it all comes down to that. How can someone give you love when they don't have love to give? And whether, I don't think it's personal, Aries, I think it's just how they are. Maybe they've been through some shit in their life. Sure, we all have. But I think some of us evolve from it and others of us stay broken. And that's not something for you to fix. Wow, powerful. Okay, Aries, we're going to go ahead and take this to the extended reading. So if you'd like to join me there, again, I'll go ahead and take it to Vimeo. Open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to see the likely outcome. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection and what you need to know for your highest and greatest good. But if this is where we depart, Aries, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Want to win a free customized gift box from me? I'm doing this new giveaway where I'm selecting one lucky subscriber every month to win a gift box I put together for that person, because I want to give back to you guys in some way. You're awesome, and you guys showed me so much love and support. I want to give it back. So you know, in this gift box, I'm going to put together a tarot card I pull for this winner, an oracle card. I'm going to intuitively select a crystal that I feel resonates with the winner's energy the most, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what's in that gift box or how you can enter your chance to win, open up the description box, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find the rules of entry there in case you're interested. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.